So let's try that. Can you hear me now? I'm hoping you can hear me now. Okay, you can hear me because I can hear me on the YouTube. So awesome. Thank you guys for dropping in. I mean, I was not planning on doing a live stream today, but yes, hello, Miss Pam. Hello, Miss Crystal and Miss Toby. Thank you so much again, Toby. I know I keep saying this, but anyway, thank you so much for kind of hosting me a little bit here. I really appreciate it. You guys are so awesome. And I had a bunch of fun with Biddy Penny and Aaron Reed. We got together a couple of days ago for a little bit of crafting and lunch and chat, and it was fun. Although, as usual, I didn't finish my card and I still haven't. Yesterday, I was trying to get some stuff done on my laptop, and it completely died. So I had to get a new laptop. So that's why hopefully the stream is going okay. This is actually going straight through a new laptop. And so far, I don't think there's any kind of buffering. So you guys have to let me know. And thank you so much, Toby. You're super awesome. So what I plan on doing, first off, one of the things that Toby did is she decided to give me this cute little stamp set. And I wanted to try it out. It's got some cute little foxes and stuff. So I wanted to try that one up. And it's real sketchy. I know it's not really my main style, but I'm going to give that one a shot. And I haven't really played much. I've been working with this laptop, trying to get everything working with it. And I keep looking at my face on the thing instead of the little dot right beside the camera, so I know better. So I'm going to attempt to flip the camera. I was in OBS and I thought I had it working and the sound just didn't do anything. So I'm going to try flipping the camera. Actually, I think I might be able to actually just add a new one. So give me just a second. And hopefully I can get this other one done because I found an app that seems to work well with my Samsung phone and tablet to act as a camera. So that is what I am hoping for. And that one looks like it's going to be great. Okay, so that one I am going to put in to the stream. I might as well put it with my same name. And so I have to mute that. Good grief. That was bad. Actually, it's that one that's bad. I have to figure this out because now I can't hear. And it's probably really, really bad for you guys too. Can you hear me now? Okay. Well, I have a feeling this thing is doing weird stuff with the sounds, just like my other PC did. Okay, as long as you guys can hear me, I'm good. I am just I'm muting everything for me so I can hear you guys. So this stamp set that Toby had given me, and I'm going to turn off that banner because you don't need the testing, but do be sure to get into the chat and say hello, everybody. I love to see who all is over here hanging out with me. This is from a company called AAL and Create, All in Create, exclusive design, and it's got a balloon, has a little sentiment that says up, up, and away, and a couple of little cute little foxes, and a bunny, and a couple of birds. So I figured I would play with that some, and could always cut things out and turn it into a Christmas card, but I have no idea if that's what I'm going to do yet. So anywho, and the only way I have to stamp right now, I did not bring any stamping blocks with me to Texas, so I've just got my stamp platform for that. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I will take that banner down. I was like, what do you mean take the banner down? Maybe I've got a little bit zoomed in more than normal because I've got, it's the tech. I'm hoping after I get home, I can get everything kind of figured out again and try to get things working the way I want it to work. That would be super awesome. And I am taking out my earbuds because I don't need them if I'm not trying to listen to anything. So what are you guys all doing this afternoon, and what are you going to be doing for Thanksgiving? So hi, Jonna. I don't know that I've seen you in here before, but thank you for dropping in, hon. I appreciate it. And I really want to play with the stamps, but I think I'm going to pull one out of what I've seen Toby do, and that's where she does a lot of mixed media, and that's getting the mixed media stuff done first. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit of ink swiping and maybe stenciling. I've got a few, I have a bunch of stuff that I've been playing with, or rather brought to play with, and then have not done it. So let me grab out one of my stencils, because we love our stencils. And I could make this a Christmas one with this Christmas stencil. So I can do some snowflakes in the background and then stamp that cute little balloon and the little foxes. And then either color them with ink or, watercolor them with ink, or I could use some colored pencils, because I didn't bring my markers either. Kind of intentional. It's like trying to do minimalist and trying to make it so that I have enough stuff to play with, but don't have too much for storage. Okay, so might help if I put the paper under the stencil. And yes, I know I need to clean my stencil. Okay, and I want to make sure that you guys can hear me because I am using the microphone that came with this laptop, and I don't know that it really sounds that good. I tried doing a little bit of a recording, and because the room is pretty big, you guys already saw kind of the back of it. And so since it's kind of big, it does kind of echo a bit. So Sherry just got off of work. Pam says it. Thanks to Debbie J, it fits right in the corner. So what is it that fits right in the corner? I mean, yes, they did kind of stick me in a corner, but So I'm just scrolling up again just to see what you guys are chatting about. Dirty stencils are a sign of fine. Hello, Miss Elizabeth. How are you doing, hon? Kim just wants to sit and watch lives. Okay, so what inks do I want to use? I'm thinking some blues for the background with the snowflakes. But I've got a few. I basically brought all my minis with me on this trip. And I brought my little brushes that I never use because I love my big brushes. But this should still turn out okay. I think what I'm going to do is start with the speckled egg in the center. Because it's lighter, and since all the other ones are going to make all of the ink that goes on here but darker, I can start kind of in the center with that. I think I have paper towels around here somewhere, or I did. I've moved so much stuff around, who knows. Hey, Cordelia. It wasn't actually time for a live because I've been telling you guys the last couple of weeks that there wasn't going to be one tonight. But I got a new laptop because my other one died. And this one, it looks like, has the capacity to run everything if I can get the sound to work right. But thank you for dropping in, honey. I miss all of you guys. So I asked a little bit ago, and I don't know that anybody really answered. What are you guys planning for Thanksgiving? That's only a couple of days away. The laptop I got, Crystal, is called a Nitro 5. So what I did when I was looking for one is because so many, okay, when you're wanting streaming kind of capabilities, you need kind of some of that power. And that's one of the problems that me and some other folks have been having is we don't really have enough power. So what I was looking for was a gaming PC. So this really looks funky. It's like the keyboard is all lit up in red. It's like it's not really. Yes, I did see Birdies live earlier. That was awesome. But I don't really care for the backlit red keyboard, but I do like the fact that this thing has got power. It does run OBS. It does run Streamlabs OBS. So far, I don't think there's any kind of, you guys tell me, has there been any kind of glitching or anything in the video? Because that looks good. The only reason I'm not doing OBS right now is because my stupid machine, I can't figure out how to do an external microphone on it. It keeps wanting to do just the one that I'm using right now. But then when I was in OBS trying to set all of that up, suddenly it didn't even have that. So I didn't know. And I can tell that Zoila is multitasking because she's over here with us and she's leaving comments on some of my other videos because I just got a notification. I don't know if you guys are hearing a notification when it pops up or not, but again, that's because I've got the PC going and I don't have the headphones on because I'm not really listening to anything other than myself talk. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question, Pam. Toby, Pam is wanting to know if you do a regular schedule live, because we need to add that to the calendar so we know what we're doing. I mean, these ladies love hanging out as somebody else is doing some crafting. Usually they're doing something too with us. I mean, it is so fun. And Biddy Penny says that she never plans them, but she's going to try to do so in the future. Okay, so that stencil background looks pretty nice. I think what I'm going to do is just go over it with that speckled egg, assuming I can get the ink off of my brush. And I know I had some paper towels. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. I knew I had paper towels. Oh, Zarla says that she is driving from New York to Wisconsin. Oh, so you were having an echo? I've been trying not to do that. It does sound different, Pam, and I'm apologizing for that. This laptop, right now I'm using the laptop mic that is like up at the camera. And I don't really like the way it sounds. I did do that recording for the winners. That winter recording that I did I think it was yesterday for that video. I did the voiceover using that mic because I couldn't get my my lavalier that I brought with me. I couldn't get it to work. Don't know why, but I will figure it out. And I have a feeling when I plug my regular headset in, it'll be fine. But we shall see. And I know you guys are always willing to be my guinea pigs, especially Miss Elizabeth. She's always wanting to experiment and see how things work, away from you guys. And then what happens? You guys show up anyway. We can't do a test without you, right? Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. What I would like to do, like maybe when we get back, or possibly during the day sometime when my husband's out cutting cedar trees with his parents, I'd like to do a test of that new StreamYard feature where we can try to stream to two different, like one of my sources and one of yours. or like one of my Facebook pages and one of yours, or one my YouTube and your tube at the same time, and see if that team thing works. So I have not tried that, and I figured that would be pretty cool if we were able to stream to both of us at the same time. To both pages. Okay. So now I'm going to take out that stamp that I got from Miss Toby. And I did have the page behind him, and now I can't find the paper with it. And you can tell these are brand new, have not been up. I'm probably demolishing the acetate. But yeah, I'm happy with my new little laptop. So far, it's worked great. I've been able to run pretty much everything. I'm even able to get Power Director, I think. I just got it downloaded on there, but I was using it for it's kind of weird. The laptop came with a version of Power Director, which is what I use for editing my videos, but it was like an old version. Hello, Miss Linda. How are you feeling, hon? Well, last I heard, you weren't doing so well, and that's one reason why I've asked a couple of times. I want to see how you're feeling, especially since I've been kind of out of the loop. Don't know what that is. So we've got the balloon, we've got a cute little bunny, a couple of foxes, some birds, and this piece that I don't know what it is, mostly because I didn't really pay attention. It looks like something that would hang off the balloon, so that's kind of cool. So depending on what colors that I do the stamping with, and all of this is going to be distressing. I did not bring any regular, any regular black ink like we normally do. I've just got my black soot for the black. But I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go in with some walnut stain for all of this, and then maybe try doing some watercolor coloring with my inks. And of course, I didn't bring any water over here when I got started, so I'm going to have to get up in a second to go get a cup of water because I ran my family off. Well, you are definitely in our prayers, honey. Right, guys? Jonna's learning how to do everything. She said she just did her nails for the first time. Yeah, I've been trying to do my nails just, regular polish since I was a kid and never did get it until recently when I started doing gels and polygels, and it's been working great. My nails actually look like I have decent nails. Okay, so that is my little balloon. And then I think kind of want one of these little guys in the balloon. But of course, they're facing the wrong direction. I didn't pay attention before. You can always put the one with the flower sticking right there. That'd be kind of cute. And because I don't want it to be covering up, I don't want to stamp on top of the basket, I am going to be putting some washi tape down to take care of that. And Linda, I feel for you, hon. I understand. So part of it's going to go over the back of the basket when I stamp that little foxy down. But if I'm able to do some watercoloring on this, just light watercoloring, not, not a lot of water, because this is just plain Recollections cardstock, then that should work out okay. Okay. So So there's my little fox. He's kind of sticking out the top. And I am going to leave his tail out. And I'm not really worried about washing these, cleaning these stamps up too quick, just because this is distress ink. It's water reactive ink anyway. And this stuff might help if I rub these things so they don't quite stick so much. It's like the stamps are stickier than my sticky grid. Yes, it did help. I should have brought my purple tape, but I forgot about it. So, okay, so we've got the little fox. And if I don't add bright colors to that, and this be kind of, sort of, that's a word, but kind of, sort of no line coloring thing, you won't be able to see any of the pictures that I'm adding, these things I'm putting down, since I put down those blue snowflakes. But I'm trying out new things. I don't normally do this kind of thing, but Okay, now this is the important news. Okay, Pam, latest house info. We have until 9 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow to respond to the sellers and let them know whether or not you're going to purchase it. Awesome. Okay, so you haven't gotten all the information from the septic company. Hopefully hopefully they got it all taken care of. It was not really fun it was kind of fun for us because we kind of laugh at things too much. When we had our septic system replaced, they had to replace the whole thing. And we, of course, were out there in the yard joking around about how the big hole would hold a lot of bodies and that kind of thing. And apparently the septic guys, they get that joke all the time. Okay, now that other little thing that I thought was interesting, I am going to put on here too. This one looks like it is just like a blanket or something that is hanging off the side. So I'm going to do that. Would you mind giving me a couple little glasses of water for watercoloring, man? Sure. Thank you, honey. So now I don't have to get up. I get to stick here with you guys. So my mother-in-law is going to go get me some water to be able to watercolor with. And again, it's trying to lift my paper up. Your husband turned into a chatty Cathy. That's funny. Cordelia, tell him hello. And he can always join with us, right? Don't know how much he'd want to hang out with ladies that are crafting, but, you never know. Okay, so I get what I'm doing. Ooh, cute. Yeah, that's why I need the water for the watercoloring, so I can add some color to that. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. Sorry about the rumbling. Yeah, right before we got started, I got frustrated because I was trying to get everything working. She was in here watching a show, which over the mic picks up apparently really good, but doesn't necessarily. Akbar was wanting to know if what for Christmas. My mother-in-law, she does to an extent. What she does is she knits. So she doesn't do cards and stuff, but she loves all the cards I gave her. I gave her all of those dimensional ones that I made not too long ago. Those Spellbinders ones that you guys loved. So Cornelius says that he wouldn't want to get involved with us because this is not football. And you are very right, honey. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off of there. And what's nice is there's really not that much glare here, just right here where I've got an odd light to give me more light. So that hopefully should be good. And then I've got a couple little glasses of water to be able to do some watercoloring with. And let's see, what colors do I want to use? I know I want to use some reds, some red or orange, just to brighten it up. I mean, I do really love the blue, but we need something on the other end of the spectrum, I believe. So maybe some red and green. Actually, I think I want to add some purple in there too. The balloon is kind of detailed. It's all real sketchy, but it's got this banner across. It's got the word create there in the middle. That's kind of cool. And one of the brushes I've got is teeny weeny. So that might work. What's bad is all my other brushes, I didn't really bring my smaller brushes. That was dumb on my part. Do have a splatter, so I'll add some splatter at the end. And then I've got a little mister that I could use later too if I want. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. Cordelia, she's not going to leave us. And this is something I've seen quite a few of you guys do a bit, is just, painting with the smushed ink. And I know I don't do that much. So what, of course, am I starting with? The one thing on here that's going to be the hardest. And you're not going to be able to tell what it says unless I stamp back over it, but still, that'll be okay. Unless the color, pulls back a little bit. It'll just look like art. Right, Toby? Okay, and since I've got that purple up there, what I think I'm going to do is bring, now I'm looking to see if I did the whole word. Since I brought some of the purple up there, I'm going to bring some of the purple down here. I think I'm just going to add it to that little flower. Okay, so that looks cute. Now what do I want to do? I'm just playing. Hello, Daisy. Thank you so much for dropping in, hon. Okay, so we've got some purple. I think I want to have, let's go with some Kitsch Flamingo. Just add some pink. I think that would be cool.
5 o'clock.
And I haven't used a lot of that. And I'm not putting enough water on my brush because I don't want to put too much water on the card. Thank you, Daisy. This wasn't actually really planned. What happened was I was thinking about it after I got this. That's going to be Sabrina. She's actually the woman that runs Scrappy Tales, if I remember right. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I may be getting the names wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it was Sabrina. And she actually is the one that drew pretty much all of those, if I remember what she said in her video. Ooh, yes. Ham is always, we never do turkey. We always do ham. And this year, same thing as what I think we did at my house last year, we are doing it in the smoker. So for dinner tonight, we're having, I think we're having pork butt tonight. Like smoked pork. And then we're going to have the ham for Thanksgiving. And of course, I've been wondering for the last couple of days. Yes, it was Sabrina. Okay, thank you. I was afraid I was remembering the name wrong. So see what I mean? I needed to have some more brightness, but we still have those blue snowflakes showing through. So it kind of looks like a translucent balloon. So that looks kind of cool. For the little fox, though, he needs to be, I think I'm going to do him in Rusty Hinge. It'll still be kind of a brown, but it'll have that orangish tinge to it. He'll be pretty cute. Or she. I'm not sure if he's just a love-struck guy. It might be a guy, because I think that might be a mustache. So Gloria, something about praying for somebody for Gloria. What's going on with Gloria? Oh, Dave's kidney is not doing well. Oh my goodness. Yes, you were definitely in our prayers, honey. And Zoila is doing turkey, pork shoulder, and ham. Oh my goodness, that's a big family, I'm sure. Has to be. We don't have that many people over here. It's just my in-laws and my husband and myself. I think my in-laws are probably going to be going overseas to Germany to see my brother-in-law and his family. But they always spend Thanksgiving with us, and they usually come down to Florida. They live in Ohio, so where are we in? Texas. Okay, so I've got my little fox colored. And then I want to do a lighter color for the basket. So I think what I'm going to try is starting off with some yellow. This one is fossilized amber. And then I may go back in with some of the Rusty Hinge for some detail. Because, of course, we don't want it to all be the same. And since all the inks that I'm using are the Tim Holtz, they could blend and everything in with one another. So the blue can definitely blend in with the other colors here. And I just realized I did not get his little tail, so I need to color his tail in. Get most of the water off. And I intentionally didn't mask off the area for his tail. And you guys can probably tell that this is not watercolor paper because see how much it's warping? Everywhere that I've added water, there's like a bubble. So this is one that before it gets mounted with foam tape, which is at home, it's not here. And before that, I'm probably going to have to stick it in a book. Okay. Now I'm going to come back in with, I think I'm going to put some vintage photo over here with that Rusty Hinge. That way I can do kind of a mixture of the two to get a little bit more detail in. I'm probably going to do some more of this. I'm right outside Austin, Linda. That's where I am. My mother-in-law grew up here, and they've been, since she retired, they have been redoing and fixing up the old family home, which is this is one that her father built by hand out of all of the rocks and stuff that were out in the pasture. If you've been down this area, which I had never been, you know that there's a ton of stone everywhere. And that's what it was. It's like you would go out in the pasture and he was able to just get basically rocks out of the yard. And when I thought, okay, Gloria said you are 150 miles away? Or you're 150 miles away from where? Well, thank you, Toby, because I had no clue what I was going to do when we got together, and I still have not finished the card. I was so irritated at not having my laptop work yesterday morning. I mean, literally, I turned it on first thing in the morning, and it kind of, did its little whirring thing, and then it kind of just went click and never came back on. And my plan for that day was that I was going to get the winners video done from our hop last weekend. or whenever it was, the week before. Anyhow, I was going to try to get that done, and I couldn't do anything because my laptop was not working. And I'm just using where it's already stamped on here is to some of the detail and just adding a little bit more color to some of that. And here it kind of looks like the sun's coming from this side because this side's already dried. Sophie says she started 3 cards. You got a lot further along than I did, and you did really good on your cards this morning. I loved that. Now I have to start looking into those Nutcracker stamps because, of course, I started looking them up when Elizabeth started talking about them because that was just too cool. Oh, by the way, until a couple of days ago, I don't think I'd ever actually used this brush. I'm kind of doing the same kind of thing that I did on a card for my father-in-law, except it was a lot more detailed and stuff. I had just gotten in a... So Cordelia says that her aunt and uncle lived in Alpine, and you used to come to see them in July of 1969. Honey, that was a long time ago. I don't think I don't remember what happened then. Yeah, I have to agree with you. I really love this. It's one of those things. It's like, well, I love it. I'd love to have that, but would I actually use it? You know, that whole Nutcracker scene, so cool. But yeah, I didn't know if it was something that I would actually use. I think I need some more purple, and I need to put some more detail in with this. And if I had been smart, I would have left all the stamps right where they were, because now if I want to try to use them, I'm going to have to line everything up perfect. Because that's kind of what happens with no line coloring. I'm just drawing in some of those lines again. Kind of as an afterthought. I didn't think about that until I was like, I wonder how that would look in purple. Well, I love music too, but I never did do a lot. I mean, I think I mentioned to you guys this weekend that my first major was musical theater. And then I kind of was flunking out of musical theory. Didn't flunk, but I got a D. And with the way that the majors work, they probably are the same now. I have no idea. But you had to, be higher than a D in order to keep the classes. I mean, I was going to have to repeat them, and I was on a scholarship, so that kind of didn't work. So I changed to a different major. But it's just where I never had any kind of musical training. We didn't do any of that stuff when I was a kid. But I used to love to sing. I would do karaoke pretty much every weekend before I got together with my husband, because he doesn't do karaoke. He doesn't sing. He doesn't dance. And it's like, what is wrong with you? But you know what? My first husband didn't sing and dance. Cordelia says they used to go down to Mexico too. That's awesome. Her parents made sure that you could ask for the hotel in case you got lost. That is smart. Absolutely. Okay. Gonna see, what do I want to add to this? It's a little foxy, needs a little more. I'm going to have to give this one, I'm probably going to have to give this one to my mother-in-law because she loves foxes. It's like last night I'm in here, I think I was messing around with this computer or whatever. The next thing I know, she's saying, you got to come see this. We've got a little fox coming by. The property is pretty big where we're at. And one of the things they do is they have part of it act as a nature preserve. So that means that they've got all these cameras up everywhere. So she can see what's going on too. So she had just seen in the motion detector camera that little fox was wandering around. If you practice enough, Jonna, that is good. I just always felt like singing and dancing was fun. But really the only place, unless you do it for a living or you're in a band or something like that, the only place I knew of that you could really do it would be, singing karaoke. Oh, that would be cool, Elizabeth. Okay, I know the shadows are not good, but at least you can tell a little bit about what they're doing. Thing is, all of the detail, I'm washing it all away. I do want a little bit more purple, though, I think, in my little fox's flower down at the base. Okay, so that does have quite a bit of color, but it's kind of where it's all lost too because of all of those snowflakes makes it so you can hardly see through there. I'm wondering what to do next on that. I could always add some more. Oh, I didn't actually use Kitsch Flamingo. I used picked raspberry. I could always add some more pink now that most of that is pretty much dry. Hello, Miss Regina. Welcome, honey. Oh, Crystal, thank you, hon. You guys are real good at boosting my ego. Okay, now that's starting to bring in some of the color, but I don't like that this thing is warping so badly. This is the time when you want to have like some distress oxides or pigment ink instead because it won't be quite as translucent. So Daisy said, wow, Pam, dream job. So I have to look back up and see what kind of dream job. Oh, wilderness guides. Yeah. I'm probably going to be posting some stuff from one of the parks here. We went to the Zilker, correct me, Biddy, if I'm saying that one wrong, but the Zilker Botanical Gardens. We did that pretty much first thing when we got here. And they've got some waterfalls and fish and stuff like that. So I took some little blurbs of video, like 30-second or something, the kind of things that I think would be real nice as like a background, playing some kind of music over it. Which ink did I use? There we go. I was trying to find the pink. Now, this one is picked raspberry, but I needed to find it in order to add some more on here. Yeah, I do think I'm going to be doing more of the watercolor and watercoloring with inks and that sort of thing because this is fun. It's artsy. It's artsy, and I haven't really done a lot. I kind of keep changing what I'm doing because I'm learning more and experimenting. I think last year I did a lot more coloring with markers. Actually, last few years I've done a lot of coloring with markers for most of my cards. And then this past year, you guys got me into trying to do all sorts of weird things for backgrounds because you're just so encouraging, And then Elizabeth does same things, and I see different people doing different kinds of techniques, and they're also awesome. Do you have a black pen so I can give him his eyes back? So now at least we've got that. And I can go back and draw over the lines with my pen, and that'll make that one look a little bit better. But that's kind of cool. Do I want to add the birdies? So we've got these two little birds. This one's standing, so it could be standing on top, but this one's flying. I'm thinking I kind of want to do a couple of them flying. which means finding something else to use as a stamp block. When you don't have something, what do? You just have to make sure that you stamp it in the right direction. So which way is he going? So his head's here and his tail is there. So as long as I remember what direction it is, Gloria has me talking through her car speakers. Now that is funny. That stamp turned out perfectly. Good, awesome. And I'm using one of my stamp blocks, one of my ink or my mini ink pads as a stamping block. Okay, I think 3 is probably enough. And let's see, what color do we want the birdies? I think I want to do one in red. Nice bright red bird. I'm on surround sound. You guys are really, I told you that you were basically doing the boosting Debbie's ego thing, right? Y'all are so sweet. Okay, I put a little water in. I'm trying to go over the whole thing so it's not too thin. I want this to be kind of a bright. Oh yeah, this one's going to be a bright red bird. And I'll have to go back later and draw in his little eyes. And that brush is just too small. There we go. See, the brush I usually use is smaller than this, but a lot bigger than that one. And I don't know why, but I completely forgot to bring it. So we have a red bird there. And then let's see. Could do a yellow. I don't want to use the fossilized amber again because that's a little bit orangish. What did I do with the lid? Elizabeth, did you steal my lid again? No, you didn't. I found it. That is too sweet. So Toby apparently got this and hasn't used it herself. So she gave it to me and now she wants it. Okay, this one is a little bit orangish because I still had some of that red on the brush. And I need another paper towel. So far, no, but that is intentional. The last time I was here, which was 2017, we bought way too much stuff. So part of the reason I don't really want to go buy anything extra, and I don't know, I'm thinking about it just because Michael's is supposed to have good sales right now, and there is a Michael's right up the street. But what I've seen when I've gone into Michael's at home lately is they really haven't had much for card makers. And that just makes me sad, you know? They're going really into some of the more high ticket kind of things like Cricut and the vinyl and all of that kind of stuff, but they're really getting away from having anything stamping related. And I am not happy about that. Let's just put it that way. I'm kind of friends with one of the people that work there. And so, of course, I have complained. And I even mentioned it I realized I was talking to the manager at one point, just chit-chatting. And I wound up saying stuff to her about it too. And it just has to do with the company. It has nothing to do with the people in the stores. They've got absolutely no control and they don't know. So far, no, Regina. That is a very good question. I know that the plan is that she is going to get me the footage. And then we're going to both be putting some stuff together for you guys for when we got together and played. There's also going to be something, I believe, most likely over on Erin's channel, because she did a couple of little interviews and stuff with us, and that was so fun. Of course, I was like, I don't really have an elephant. Everybody needs to have an elevator speech. That's what they call it in business. And that's when you introduce yourself and tell people what you do. So I just tell people they need to come and hang out with us. And come hang out with us over on the Facebook page, on the Facebook group and all that kind of stuff. What's funny is because the little wing is out to the side there, it really looks kind of odd. I really have to draw some of those things in. Thank you, Biddy Penny is going to be uploading the stuff over onto Dropbox for me. So it's just going to take some time. Besides, I'm just now finding out that I actually have editing software here, which I didn't think I was going to have. I tried a couple of days ago after we did that Zoom thing with Elizabeth. I tried to record a little bit, and it was so glitchy it did not work at all. So this new PC is going to definitely be a big help for that. I'm hoping that it's going to help me with things when I get home too. So you guys, pray for me that all this new tech does what I'm expecting it to. That makes sense. That makes sense. So Biddy is saying that it's taking a long time because of the video file sizes to get them uploaded. And that entirely makes sense. Okay, this is kind of fun. It doesn't really look like Christmas, though, does it? Even with the snowflakes in the background. Ooh, I just thought of something. I have these guys. I brought my, this one is, what's it called? Moonstone. I've got my Moonstone glimmer paste, and I did bring my lunar pastes. So now I have to figure out where do I want to put what on here. The Moonstone glittery glimmer paste, that works fantastic through stencils. I've used that lots of times. So the question is, do I want it to go right over the previous ones, if I can figure out where I had them all? I think it was like this. Do I want them to go right over the blue, or do I want it to be just kind of scattered elsewhere and just put a few on there? This, I actually haven't even opened this one. I brought brand new jar. Since I've got the blue here too, though, maybe I should use some of the clear skies for that. I am going to lose these stamps. And then my mother-in-law is going to wonder, what is it I'm stepping on? Okay. Put that bird over there. Get all of the little inks out the way. Because believe it or not, I'm working with less space than normal. Hello, Miss Camille. Welcome, hon. Ooh, Tonic has a sale on their paste and stuff too. So anybody who loves doing the stenciling thing is probably going to want to get in on one of those. I'm going to have to take a look. And I think I'm actually going to just use my brushes for this instead of messing up another one of my foams. Oh, thank you, Daisy. That's sweet. I just redid them like right before I came out here. Here's the thing, and this is something I was planning on sharing at some point on the channel. I think I did a video once telling you guys this is what I'm going to do, and then I never did anything. I'm using actually only on two at this point. I'm using this is a gel polish. The red is actually a cheapo gel thing that I think I got off of Amazon 2 years ago because I wanted the light. I wanted the UV light to do resin things. So it's one of the polishes that came with it, but I'm also using polygel. What polygel is, it's kind of between gel polish that you cure with a UV light and acrylic where you build the nails out, and it's in a tube. It's like acrylic gels in a tube, so it is so cool. And my nails are really, really weak, so in order to have ones that function like this and look good, I need that extra help. So right now I've only got two of them that are the polygel completely, and that's that one and that one, because they wound up being too short and too thin when I needed to do my nails before coming out here. So I haven't done this before, so we shall see. I'm assuming that it's going to work well with a brush. I think I saw Simon do that, but I don't remember off the top of my head. I need to tape this down because otherwise, especially since the paper is still a little damp. Okay, so Pam is saying that Gloria's her son's in the hospital and she's in the parking lot because they won't let you in. Yeah, that kind of sucks with the way that the hospitals are having to do things these days. My husband he had a bike wreck about a year ago, and I think he probably was slightly concussed. So he doesn't remember. I mean, he asked me for a long time after that which hospital it was that he went to because he didn't remember. He didn't remember the trip over there, nothing. But because COVID was full blown, they wouldn't let me even I couldn't basically go in at all. I get there and I had to, basically I wound up having to go home. So this is probably going slightly under, so these snowflakes may not look all that good, but we'll see. So I'm trying to be a little careful. I did a panel using some of the pastes a couple of days ago, and same kind of thing before. Actually, I did one panel a couple of days ago where I did a honeycomb and did get some of the paste underneath the stencil, so it wasn't exactly right, but that's okay. That's the section you put something else over when you use it. And then when I was over with Biddy Penny, I did another panel, and it turned out pretty good with me just basically taping it down. I think I got some on the bird. Oh, well. And I am intentionally putting some over places on that balloon. So basically you'll have that little bit of blue on the top. I'll put one over here. I hope this looks good when we get done. You guys usually see me where I'm rushing and trying to do what I think I have planned and trying not to screw up too much. And today I am just, like I said, it was not really planned. Basically, I think I said something to my in-laws a couple of days ago about that I'd like to do one. And then they wound up saying, yeah, you can do it. That's fine. We'll do something else. But I didn't know for sure what the plan was until, I don't know, about 2 o'clock Texas time, which means like 2 hours before the live stream. So I had the rest of the time to try to get my tech to where I want it. Okay, so what do I have under here? Okay, some of my birdies there. And I think I'll go with this one because it won't be covering up the bird, but it'll be close to it, and it's kind of between the bird and the fox. Oh, thank you, Miss Cordelia. I am sad that you guys have got so many health issues coming into your family and stuff. I mean, that's sad. But I hope you all know how much we care about you. Okay, one more and then I'll take this off. I think. Especially since I don't know what of all the painting I did on it that I'm actually covering up now. So we're ready for the reveal. So that looks kind of neat. Look better when it dried. And the snowflakes that I added, it just gives a little bit more dimension, especially since that bird's kind of flying behind one. Because these are on top of all of the paintings. We've got the snowflakes that were behind, then we've got the images that I stamped and painted, and then we've got the lunar paste being the top layer. So I think that's going to be it because I need to clean up the stencil before it dries. I've already got red lunar paste stuck to it, right? Oh, that is just so sad, guys. I think we've all got different situations where people that we cared about are no longer with us for whatever reason. I mean, I've had that happen in my life. I've known lots of folks that's happened in theirs. And that's just kind of part of life, which is, it's sad because we don't want to lose any of those folks because we care about them so much, you know? But I think I'm going to bring my face back up and put my, I don't need my earbuds, but anyway, you'll let me know if you can't hear me. Okay, so hi, I'm back. So thank you guys. I'm going to see if I can get that into the light a little bit better. This isn't the best lighting, but then again, neither is my craft room. So anyway, and yes, you can see, oh, that's the other thing I wanted to do before I let you guys go. You guys got to see this one that I did yesterday. Now, you guys know that I'm kind of loving the stamp foam. This is the one that I made by stamping it, by pressing into one of the walls here. So that is, that's basically just, that's rock. So I need to do another one. And if you haven't used the stamping foam before, is this on? Yes. All you do for that, let me get this little guy out of the way. But to get it ready to get an impression like that one, as you heat it up, I mean, you guys have seen enough of Elizabeth. You probably already know how to do this. But to heat it up, I just thought, oh my God, these walls would be cool. The reason I brought these with me on this trip is because I knew that there was going to be a lot of extra texture I could play with. And if you hear some beeping, I'll be right back. I got to get them at the door. Just a sec.
It's your friendly neighborhood gladiator.
Well, come over here and say hello. Gladiator's here. Yeah, he locked himself out, so I had to go let him in. So you basically, you heat this up for like 10, 15 seconds. Well, Cordelia, if you missed anything, then you can always watch the replay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and I am going to press it into the wall over here, okay? And see if we get another cool impression like that one. Daisy says, hey, it's a man. That's funny. Okay, this one turns out pretty cool too. I think you can see that. Now this is where the rock kind of was concave in. So that's what I pressed it into. But isn't that awesome? And so now that means I have to do a couple panels just for that. And that's going to be all that's on them because I can use that for anything. Okay, I didn't mess it up. I just put my finger in the lunar paste. That's what I get for not having enough space to put things down in. Luckily, that one was pretty much dry. And Gloria, no, it wasn't a hair dryer. This is the Ranger Heat It tool. So it's hotter than a hair dryer. You don't want to blow dry your hair with this. Okay, so let me find another panel because I know I've got some. And some inks, I think. I mean, using brown would kind of be, kind of work well with a stone wall, but I think I'm going to do pink instead. So first I'm going to do the one that I did before. And Simon says to kind of do the swirly thing. So that's what I'm going to do. And I believe, and this is just because I played with it a little bit. I haven't played a lot. But if you do this instead of tapping, you're able to get down in all those little nooks and crannies a little bit better. So you can get those as part of your stamping. Bye, Miss Pam. And I'm only going to keep you guys a couple more minutes probably. But I forgot about this and I wanted to show. Especially since I've got that really cool wall to work with. So I've got some purple on there. I think I'm going to add some, I've got pink on there. I'm going to add some purple. Just kind of here and there. And then what he does is he spritzes it with water, a light mist. So I've got my mini mister. And what he says to do is you hold it basically out of camera shot. I'm not going to do that. And I may have put a little bit more on there than I needed to, but that's okay. And let's see how that looks. And I'm switching the camera so you guys can see better. I'm sorry if I got loud. I love that, Daisy. I absolutely love that. Welcome to Debbie J's Crafting Castle. Okay, so look at that. And of course, I could always add shimmer or something to it too. But that looks incredible. So you guys tell me what colors should I do this other one? So we just did some pink and purple. And it cleans up real easy. The ones when I see, I've got one that's got the snowflakes from his snowflake stamp on the back of it. And I left it like that because I tried washing it off with just water and didn't come off all the way and I just didn't bother. And I've left it for weeks. I've been bad. And then someone mentioned spring, I think it was Gina K mentioned, maybe cleaning it with Windex, and it came off like a dream. It was perfect. And if you want to change this, because that's what I did before I made this one, is I had a different impression on there, and all you do is you just heat it back up. The longer it stays in, from what I understand, the harder it is for it to kind of melt its way out, but it still works. Okay, Crystal wants some blues. So we're going to do that with this one, but I have no idea what it's going to look like. So let's go with Salty Ocean. It's one of my faves. Actually, I like Mermaid Lagoon better. I think I want to go with that one as kind of a light to mid-tone, and then go with some chipped sapphire to get kind of the... So this is probably going to be the deeper parts, and then that's going to be like the raised edges. And that one's got a lot of deep pieces. If you haven't watched Simon's videos on this, you got to watch it. He went all around his house getting different. Actually, I think I'm going to do like what he did and kind of do an ombre. But what he wanted going all through his house, getting all sorts of different kind of textures. He did like rattan from a chair. He did a couple of things that were like the wood accents on some furniture and stuff like that. He did some awesome things. Okay, so that's about all of that one I'm going to do. And then I'm going to go in with the chipped sapphire. That almost looks oceany just looking at it. I have no idea if that's what it's going to look like when I get done then. And that kind of looks like a sky. I think this is going to be too cool. I'm going back in, trying to get some into those little nooks and crannies. Okay, and again, I'm going to use my little mister. Probably put more water on there than I need to, because you can see it kind of beating up on that chipped sapphire. Another thing that he's come out with is basically a mask and stencil that is pretty much the same shape and size as that, so that you can do lots of different things with these. And so what did I do as soon as I saw it? I cut one out with my Scan and Cut. So I know I've got one that works kind of like that too, meaning I could put it around this image and then maybe do a silhouette type of thing. Cordelia Alderman, what do you mean you almost forgot to hit the thumbs up? Yeah, I did do some knit as well. The first thing I tried was my husband's blanket. There's a blanket that he uses in our computer room. Okay, I'm going to reveal. Ready? Oh, that does look kind of oceany. And I'm thinking I didn't really press well enough, but you know what? I bet if I miss this, I'll be able to get all those little bits and pieces in there, and that'll be kind of cool on another panel. Linda Tomas. I'm sorry. I am picking on you guys so much. That's the way my mom used, actually, when I was in trouble, she would call me Deborah Lynn. Okay, we will see how this one does. I agree. That one could be an ocean or a sky. That is really, really pretty. I love that one. And looking at like this, it kind of has, to me, it looks like there's kind of a face. Like that's the eye and that's the ear. That would have to be some kind of monster or something. This could definitely be almost like waves right there, like the sky, a dark sky, and then bright blue for the water, or reverse. Pick away. That's how we know we're loved. Okay, and then this is the second one without any additional ink. All I did was just spray it with some water and push it down some more. And that looks really cool too. And it's a stone wall. Imagine what you could do. I mean, if you have brick, and for that matter, you could go for a walk in the park or whatever and stop at different kind of things that you see on the side. You're walking in, maybe there's a stone bench or something. You could use this stuff. Well, you'd have to take your heat tool to do that. Never mind. Don't do that. But you can pick up leaves and things. I haven't tried it with some leaves, although I'm going to. After seeing what Elizabeth did, yeah. But I love those. Isn't that cool? A large old-fashioned ship stamp. That would be great over the background. Absolutely. I think that would work great on either one. I'm thinking it would probably look better on this one, and I'm envisioning fish or a mermaid on this one. Because this one, because it's got more of that solid color, to me, I think it looks more like it would be underwater, where this one looks like it's the waves breaking. So having a ship on this one would look awesome. So thank you guys so much for dropping in and hanging out with me. And it's been about a little over an hour, so it's kind of short compared to normal. But I do have 3 panels that I get to play with. And then I've got this other one that once everything is dry, I can decide whether or not I'm going to kind of draw around all of the pieces or try to line it back up. I don't think I'm going to be able to line it back up. But that'll be kind of cool. And I can put that one on a card base with some foam tape, because with it being warped, I'm not putting that one just glued down. That would not work. Well, happy to do so, Miss Cordelia. I love getting together with you. And that was probably one things I did not like about going out of town. I haven't been anywhere well, I told you the last time we were here was 2017. And I'm going to bring myself back up so I'm not just talking to myself. And I never show my face. But actually, my makeup and the camera seem to work tonight. But bye, Miss Regina. Thank you for dropping in, hun. You guys are awesome. But the last time that I came here was in 2017. It was right after that I got sick. So I haven't been anywhere. We have not taken any vacations or gone anywhere other than when I went up to Virginia for my husband's work for like a week. So we haven't been able to go and do anything. So it's nice to have gotten away from the house for a little bit. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And depending on what's going on with the family and stuff around here, I may just do some, kind of test streams and play around a little bit and hang out with you guys some more. So keep an eye out on your notifications. I did not send a notification out by email this time because I didn't know until like 2 hours beforehand that I was going to actually do this. So sorry about that. But I am working on getting my blog posts updated. There are 3 hops this weekend. One of them is Christmas decor. That's my fault. Thank you for saying it. You lost sound. I was talking about the 3 hops. So we've got tailor-made cards for you. One, we're doing one for her, and I love the cards. You're gonna love the cards that I did for that one. They turned out so cool. And then we've got one that is home decor items, which I'm not real good at, but I'm happy with what came out of it. You'll get more out of everybody else, so just watch all of them. And then the last one is for Cards by Kendra. She reached 1,000. Yeah, I was really talking to myself. I do that a lot. But she reached 1,000 subscribers, so we want to give her some love, and she wanted to do a celebration hop and giveaway and all that kind of good stuff. So be sure to check out her hop. On top of that, on the 4th, I am doing a workshop that's going to be those cute little Spellbinders gnomes, that card that I made for that. And if you want to check out my blog, I think actually there's a link down below. If you click on it, it'll show you what it is that we're going to be working on. Of course, you could kind of just use these card sketch because by now it's pretty much, I think, too late to get the stamps if you don't already have them. But that doesn't mean you can't craft along with us. But we do have, we are having that workshop on the 4th, which is a week from Saturday. So go ahead and check that out. I would love to have all of you guys hanging out with me and crafting along. And I still have to work on the presentation for that too. I've already made a card, but it's one of those things that I want to make sure I've got all my ducks in a row for that. So anyway, Cordelia says, I really like Kendra. I'm still working on my card challenge 4 cards. Not sure when I'll get them finished. I haven't done any of her card challenges. I've seen her videos when, she's been in a hop with me. And I think that's one of the reasons why, she was doing this with invited me to do her hop with her. Cordelia's gnome stamps are on the way. Awesome. I love those little gnomes. I absolutely do. They are just too cute. And I kind of forgot. It's like one of those things you get busy on other things, then you forget about this stuff. I forgot about the first card that I did with them. I mailed that one to Erin with the card swap that she just did for Christmas. You had to have all of your stuff mailed to her by like the 16th, and she does like a big thing for her swaps. She has you mail in groups of 10 cards along with postage or money for postage, and then she sends them back out to people. But she shares most of them on her channel, and it was an October video, and I just watched that last night, and it's like, oh my God, there's my 4 cards, 4 of my cards rather, and one of them was that cute little gnome card. It's just adorable. Okay, so Linda is on at 9. I'm sorry. See y'all at 9 on Elizabeth's channel. And if not, I'll see you on Wednesday on her live. So Linda's doing a live on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Elizabeth is on at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. I can say that because I'm Central right now. And I will probably be in with us unless the family kind of pulls me away from the computer to go eat dinner, which is very possible. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys at the off work tomorrow. So Cordelia's off work tomorrow, and we'll watch that live if she doesn't forget. Okay. Does that mean that you have free time tomorrow, that if I decide to just do an impromptu sometime, that any of you guys would want to come and hang out with me? Channel. Oh, okay. See you at 8 on Simon's channel. Oh, Simon's doing one at 8 o'clock tonight? Awesome. That's on like, what, an hour, I think? It's 6 o'clock here almost, so that's 7 o'clock where you are, so 8 o'clock. Okay, so that's like an hour. So I've got a couple of yeses. So we'll see what happens. Again, it depends on what the family's doing. I don't know. I mean, first day we get here, we did a day trip over to Zinkler Botanical Gardens. But, you know, I'm always open to de-stressing with crafting. So I'm just reading down the comments, seeing what else is being said. You guys are super awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I could probably sit here all night and just chat with you guys. So I'm going to try to be on those. I'll try to be in the peanut gallery with you guys in a bit. So you guys have a wonderful night, and I will chat with you later. Bye-bye. And remember, what do I say? Let's see if anybody remembers. What do I say? I'm waiting. Because I say that if I can make it. Oh, Cordelia says see you soon. So she's probably just telling me see me soon. But if I can make it, you can too. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.